Welcome to this channel. This morning I received a very interesting questions, and the question is under the YouTube I shared yesterday on the problematic of the tuck-in tailbone, and I introduced the rising, sinking, open, close breathing. So the question is, how come in this video I share that when I'm opening, you straighten your leg when you do opening? Okay. How come in a video about a month ago, which is related to Bruce Lee, I say that the when you do this, you have to bend your knee. So it is confusing, right? So this is a good question. This is a good question. Keep me honest, right? And actually, I encourage this type of questions because there are many things in Wing Chun. Xiu Lim Tao means details, essence of detailed training. There are many things there. You miss 1 inch, you miss 10,000 miles. Okay? We need to know exactly what it is to get there. Otherwise, we can't. Especially for our friend who read my books. Okay? So ask question. And of course, sometimes I might be wrong too. So I will make a video to tell you, sorry, I'm wrong, right? Now let's get into this. So is it proper this way, straighten leg, or this way? So let's look into it clearly. Let's get into the basic. So I was talking about breathing yesterday, right? In the breathing, very important. You have a pelvic floor muscle down there. You have your diaphragm here. So when you exhale, it going up like that. The pelvic floor and then the diaphragm, it go like that. When you inhale, it going down, right? This human body, you cannot violate this, okay? Now, if you look at the Wing Chun Inception, the definitions of open and close is in page 105 if you guys have the book. Okay, so open is the state of exhale while spreading out one's body in the hot summer day to cool down one's body. Close is the state of inhaling while shrinking one's body in a cool winter night to warm up one's body. Okay, so there's open and close. Okay, so let's focus on this open and close. What I'm talking about is belong to the breathing first. Okay, now we need to understand that the reason why we go through the 6 core elements, one element by one element, is so that we are clear, we're aware of what's going on. So this is on breathing. Focus on breathing. Whatever we do, the motion, it is emphasized on breathing. Okay? The key, the focus is on breathing. Now, when you do the open, the proper way of doing open, okay? First, you want to pay attention. When you open, actually, your arm is open up horizontally, both sides. Spread out both sides. Okay? And when you spread out both sides, that is when you straighten your leg. You open up both sides. And you exhale, alright? Spread it. When you do close, you actually close in horizontally and while you are bending your knee. So the definition of in the Wing Chun Inception is say that open is the state of exhale while spreading out the body, spreading out the body. Close is the state of inhale while shrinking one's body. Okay? So this is horizontal. This movement is horizontal. The hand movement is, the arm movement is horizontal. This is open while the leg up. This is close. In. Exhale. Inhale. Now, there's a design there. Okay? Why the leg is like that is a design there. First, this is for those who, like in the sixth core element, you go through your body, your mind, your breathing. There's the third element. This is not force or anything yet, okay? But breathing. Guess what? When you stand up like that, you are actually helping to rising this pelvic floor muscle, helping it to raise up. You exhale, right? So exhale is supposed to be this thing raise up, synchronized with your diaphragm. You go, raise up. Inhale is supposed to be expanding this diaphragm, and then this expanding down, right? That's why when they do open, they go up because they want to. The design is so that one train this thing. Okay, this pelvic floor muscle and the diaphragm synchronization in a proper way. Exhale. Inhale. Going down. Exhale. Okay, it is all this muscle here, so it trained that. Okay, so when we talk about opening, closing, it is this. Okay, now, and this is, of course, this is horizontal. So this is what happened in yesterday's video when talk about opening, closing. You have to be able to develop the skill, okay, on this thing, on this up and down, and your body is horizontally open up, spread out, or horizontally closed down. Now, on the other video, when I talk about this thing, you look at it. Like in the video, I'm talking about striking up. So even though this is like I'm opening, I'm not opening like the horizontal opening. I'm opening upward. And if I opening upward, that is for focus on the strength or the force before you get into the momentum, right? So breathing, energy, and force, which is on top of this breathing. So one need to be able to handle this up and down before one handle that. Okay? Now, so this thing is focused on, emphasized on force. When you strike out, upward, outward, upward, outward, not horizontal, you need to have this leg bend down in order to generate or exert that force or that power. If you're doing this, there's no force there. You have to go down like that. Now, that has an assumption. Assumption of assumption of your body have already conditioned on this pelvic floor muscle and your diaphragm up and down. So if I get already that condition, then I can do this, because the focus now is using strength. But if I have never conditioned this in the breathing, open up, open, close, rising, sinking, I'm doing this, okay, exert the force or strike up, I don't know how to handle this pelvic floor muscle, then the entire thing, you couldn't breathe properly, and your force is not going to exert properly. So you have to have a requirement that I can go low while I can rising or synchronizing my diaphragm. Okay, you got it? So this strike is proper for the mechanics of the force. You cannot strike this way. Strike out this way. Okay? You have to go straight out like this, then you can have force. However, there is assumption based on you have already flown with your synchronizations of your diaphragm and pelvic floor muscle. Okay? Same thing when you close down, right? This is horizontal. But when this is rising, okay, when you, in other video I said when you push down, you have to rise your leg, right? Because you want to have the force, be able to handle the force. So like this one, because this is exhale, so this is in the proper direction of helping you to synchronize your pelvic floor muscle with your diaphragm going up. And then your leg, your mechanics of your force generations is proper that way. While in this thing, one need to have that handling of that breathing, which synchronize the pelvic floor muscle and this diaphragm before one can really do that. Okay, so I hope that you understand this. And of course, for this, if you want to exert force on this, because if the force is spreading out, it is a different story than going upward. Going upward and going, there are different type of force element there or handling there. So I hope that you understand. You need to develop like the 6 core element, the body, the mind, the breathing, before you can get up there. And then either it is a horizontal strike or a upward strike. The body handling, the dynamic is all different. However, it is based on one already have a development, a skill for handling this. Okay, in the exert force, exhale, those things. Synchronization. Okay. So that's why when you want to strike down or you want to strike up, you strike up, you're going up, you're going down, you strike up like that. You want to strike down, you're going up, strike down. There's the force considerations, the force emphasis. Okay. And the opening, close, this is what I name by pure. When you do this, it is a complex stuff already, where it has a lot of assumption under it. So one cannot just go mimic other people. One need to know this detail. One need to have the kung fu to do a certain thing. Okay, I hope that this is understood. And again, and the last thing is, you look at all this thing, the differences between the breathing and the and the force handling. You know, just the so-called one size fit all tucking tailbone is not going to work. What is tucking tailbone? Tucking tailbone is the physical level. You have physical, mind, breathing, energy, force or strength, and then the momentum. The tucking tailbone is the most basic. If one hold on the tucking tailbone, then on top of it, the breathing and the force handling or momentum, it will get stuck. It'll lock up into a certain state. So hope that this solve our friends' questions, and hope that everybody know that Wing Chun is not what most people think. There's a lot of that inside there. Okay, a lot of details. It is a really high-tech design.